Hi, so I'm on for card readings. So if you'd like some inspiration, you'd like some help with something that you're going through right now, just ask me and we'll see what we can do. So the way that I work is I pull for the person at the top of my screen. Top of my screen might be different to your screen because I do everything on my phone. If you're on your laptop, it will look slightly different. I always hold the intention that everyone who comes on will receive something. That there will be love, healing, peace flow to, excuse me, everyone that comes on. What I would say as well is try and stay soft. You know, don't be so fixated on getting a direct message with me that that you miss the messages that might be coming for you through other people. You know what I mean? Because spirit will use everybody that comes on to give you a message if they want you to get a message. Okay, does that make sense? So I'm going to start there with Maria Tobin. Okay, Maria. They've changed everything. They've made the writing, like where the names used to take up my full screen, now they're teeny tiny. Hi to everyone. I won't be on very long, but sure, I said I'd pop in anyway. So, Maria, a child of the cosmos, the intelligence of the universe lies within you. This is a surrender card, Maria. You know when we're pushing or we want something and we keep checking, why isn't it there yet? Or we believe our prayers haven't been answered, or we feel frustrated that something is taking too much time. When we kind of push against something like that, we're creating resistance. And anytime we create resistance to something, it's like literally pushing against what we actually want to bring into our life. So if you're pushing in that way, you're getting frustrated, you want it here yesterday kind of thing, try to slow down, try to take a deep breath and just try to relax yourself as much as possible. I've been doing that a lot more lately, just kind of, just come down out of that instant reaction of, pushing against what's here, and just kind of rest and relax into whatever you actually have going on right now. Everything gets taken care of. We need to trust a bit more. The courageous peony, multifaceted, unique nature, let yourself be seen. So there's a lot of aspects to this situation and a lot of aspects to you, Maria, that sometimes when we're pushing for a certain outcome, we miss what could actually be unfolding naturally for us. You know what I mean? So we become kind of blinkered. Whereas when we expand out in a more multifaceted way, then the opportunity for different versions of what we want to come in, and then we have more choice. Does that make sense? So the message is not to push, not to get frustrated or kind of give up on yourself, but just put the focus back on yourself, feeling good, relaxing, breathing through it, and not pushing against what it is you want. That makes sense? Will my sister's evil ex-husband receive justice and go to jail for his crimes? Okay. When you call someone evil, right? When you call somebody evil and you're focusing on, I only care about you right now, okay? I didn't write your name down. So if you pop up again, put your name down. But you're here, so I care about you. When you talk about somebody in that way, and your energy is focusing on them in that way, then all that will happen there, my darling, is that you are activating and energizing that shitty energy in your own body, first of all. Because if you're looking at someone and you're saying they're evil, first of all, you have to bring that energy in. You have to feel the he's evil thing inside yourself. Then you have to get worked up about that there's no justice and he's not going to serve justice, get justice served. So you get angry, and this is all acting like poison inside your own system. Where your sister is concerned, or your sister-in-law, I didn't catch the message fully, by you keeping this active, you're also keeping it active around her. So with the deepest love, what I would say to you, what I would advise you to do, is take your attention completely off of him. Focus on bringing as much love as you can to your sister or sister-in-law. Focus on bringing as much love inside yourself. Karmic balance will take care of whatever he has done. It always does. People say, things like people get away with murder, people cheat people and nothing happens. You don't know the ins and outs of a person's life. You don't know their physical or mental well-being. You don't know what happens in their families. It always, what you reap is what you sow. So even if he doesn't get jailed or whatever it is you deem as proper justice for what he's done, it will pan out. It has to. It always does. It always balances out. But you are poisoning yourself, and you are becoming what he is. Because in order to hate someone like that and to call someone evil, you have to activate it within yourself. Does that make sense? So hold that vibration inside of you of everybody gets theirs. Whatever you reap, you sow. So I am not going to perpetuate any more evil deeds by keeping them alive within myself. I'm going to focus on love. I'm going to focus on nurturing my sister-in-law. I'm going to focus on bringing beauty, bringing life, bringing light into her life, into my own life. And trust that balance will come for him. Does that make sense? Becky. Who was it sent that message to me? Was it M? Was it M? Was it your message, M, Alnova? Not me, okay, darling. So just to remind you, in case you haven't been on here with me before, the way that I work is I read for the person at the top of my screen. My screen might be different if you're on your laptop because I'm on my phone. When I finish with that person, it's the next person at the top of the screen. That's the fairest way that I found to do it so that everyone gets a shot at getting a card, okay? I don't know who actually asked that message. I hope they're okay. Okay, Becky Wall, ears wide open. This is the card of being intuitively alert, okay? Because the ears are open, but so are the eyes. So it's having this extrasensory kind of alertness at this time. There may be something that you have an instinct about. There may be something that just feels a little bit off. Trust that instinct, trust that energy. It may also be that information is coming in right now that you've been looking for. So it may drop in dreams, when you're daydreaming, when you're, when you're kind of in flow, or when you're doing tasks like cleaning, what you want might drop in. So being very aware. It is my sister. Her ex is trying to take her kids away, but he's currently involved in very dodgy things. I only stated it that way to imply this karma is just not coming from me. I understand what you mean. Okay, my darling, right? So even just saying, right, her ex is trying to take away her kids. What I want you to do now, because you're a very powerful creator, sweetheart, okay? I want you to start saying, thank God the kids get to stay with whatever your sister's name is. Thank God that the kids get to stay with my sister. They're so happy and they're so safe with her. I'm so, so happy that it's worked out that way. I'm so happy. I see it now for you as well. I'm so happy that those kids, is it 3 kids she has? I'm so happy that those kids are with their mother now, and that they're thriving and happy and safe and healthy. And that whoever that guy is getting his, you know, it's balancing out for him as well. He's transforming as well, just away from them. Don't even say he's trying to take them. Don't give him any more energy. Do you understand? I want you to just focus on what it is you want. So say over and over again, I'm so glad the kids are with my sister and I get to see them, or I get to talk to them, or online with them, whatever it is. I'm so glad my sister's thriving now. I'm so glad everything is working out for her. Oh my God, I'm just so happy everything is working out for her, and they're so safe and happy. Don't give one drop more energy to this, okay? So Becky, tune in because there's messages coming in. And unbeautiful caging. So this came in reverse. So if there's something you're holding on to, Becky, if there's an unforgiveness or a resentment or a worry, something that's kind of like nagging at you because it doesn't feel authentic for you anymore, sit with it and see, okay, how is this serving me now? Does this work in my favor? Does thinking about this work in my favor anymore? You know, and if it doesn't, my darling, just say, you know what, I'm willing to let this go. I'm really, really willing to be done with this now. That's all you have to do. Everything will line up. And tender embrace. So elephants for me as well are about prosperity. So I feel a healing coming where love is concerned, and peace coming to you, Becky, okay? Yes, I understand. Thank you. Blessings to you all. Focus on gratitude and good juju only. See, you're very powerful. Good, Becky. Mon chaton. If you want to give me your name there, I'll just call you Mon until you click in. We're all very powerful. We have to keep our focus on what it is we want, okay? Don't speak life into what you don't want, ever, okay? Just a cheeky plug, if you're interested, Ruby, if you're interested in doing this on a deeper level, I started my manifestation posse on Facebook a month ago. We have a lovely group of ladies in there. It's €22 a month because I want people in there that are actually committed to it. And I go into all these concepts of law of assumption much more deeply and in a much more fun way if it's of interest to you. Okay? Cheeky plug. I'm not very good at plugging myself, to be honest. Okay. So, Ruby. Beautiful name. Ruby, the moon. So, what I'm feeling here, Ruby, is there's something coming up for you, okay? Very possibly around love. Very possibly around sort of self-concept. How you see yourself. How you think others see you. And what I'm feeling with it, Ruby, is a kind of almost like a makeover. Something that you've been wanting to do. Maybe changing your hair color, changing how you wear your clothes, having fun with some aspect of your identity. You know, something that you're like, you know what, I'd love to do this. You know, I'd love to change this up about myself. And whatever that is, could be very simple, like a name change online or something, but something that you want to be more playful about it. And any darkness that's coming up right now in other people around you, my love, just allow them to have it, okay? If people are kind of a perm. I did a perm a couple of years ago and I was like, oh my God, never again. What I wanted was soft waves and I got like curls. But if there's darkness, if people are showing you kind of more dark sides of themselves, or if people are struggling in that way, they're going to be naturally drawn to you because this lovely light that's shining through you now, this self-possession that you're moving into, they're going to find you very attractive. That's okay. But it's to have a healthy boundary then, Ruby, so that you're not kind of going, like I always say, just because you can doesn't mean you should. You have to charge your own battery first. something that I struggle with at times, but to be honest with you, when I let that boundary go, then in comes all the takers. So I've learned to be very, very sort of, not strict, but very aware of where my energy is going now. Just because your light is beautiful, Ruby, it doesn't mean everyone gets to have access to you all the time. Do you understand? You are meant to be like flowing that lovely heart light of yours out into the world. And not kind of getting choked by the weeds of other people. That's literally what I saw. Getting choked by the fucking weeds of other people. 3 of Wands. And in comes your blessings. In comes your manifestations. That's the card of like the ship coming in. But you have to have the energy for that. So like, say you've been wanting something to come in, Ruby, and other people are dragging you and they're pulling you this way and that, and then you miss your fucking ship. You know what I mean? You miss your opportunity, or you're too tired for your opportunity because other people are pulling at you so much. You're like, oh my God, I just can't. Okay? And that's what this card means as well. Don't get sucked into other people's limiting beliefs or their fear. All right? Really, really mind that energy. Really, really take care of that energy. Okay? Jewels, your energy is your currency. You know what I mean? If you're not fizzy, if your energy isn't great, then what good are you to anyone really, New subscriber, welcome, darling. You're very welcome, Ruby. I hope that made sense, sweetheart. Women especially have been conditioned to say yes before they even check in with themselves. It was something that I had to learn, and it's something I work with my clients as well. Check in first. Somebody asks you to do something, don't automatically go yes and then go, oh God, I shouldn't have said that. It's okay to say, can I get back to you on it? And it's okay to say no. It's okay to say, I don't have it in the tank for you right now. I'm going through my own things. You know what I mean? Oh, Ruby, I'm giving you the biggest hug. You have the most gorgeous heart light. You really, really do, sweetheart. I'm sending you so much love. I really, really am. You just need to fill up your own fucking cup, girl, okay? Fill it up. Make sure you're nice and full to the top before you even dream of giving it out to anybody else. Your energy is gorgeous, my darling. I can understand why people are like in love with you. But you have to take care of yourself, okay? Jules. Ooh, so fast moving energy, Jules. Okay, so this is kind of getting out of your own way, and it's like just letting it fly. So you have passion, you have like, let's do it, let's get this thing done, something that you've been really excited about, and the energy is moving for you. So the only thing you have to do is go in the flow of that energy. Don't second guess yourself, don't talk yourself out of it, just really get in the flow. And the hard work you've been putting in will pay off. And keeping your focus only on what you want, sweetheart, and don't jump too far ahead. That's what happens to so many people who have great plans and great ideas. They go too far ahead. They take too big a chunk. And like what I say to my daughter, just segments of your day. When she gets overwhelmed when she's going to school and she's like, oh my God, I can't do a whole day. And I'm like, just take it in segments. You're here now in the car with me. And then you'll be walking into the school. And then you'll be sitting with your friends. I said segments, because you never know what a day holds. You don't know. They could close the school, you could be home early, you know what I mean? You could go on a field trip that you weren't prepared for. Anything can happen. So take it in segments, okay? A Knight of Wands. So this is kind of a defensive energy. This is like, you can let that go, Jules. You can let that kind of being on guard, being like, you're not going to get one over on me. You can let that go, and you can really, really be in flow. When you trust yourself fully, there's no real need to be on the defensive. When you trust yourself fully and when you love yourself deeply, then, you know, whatever anybody says, it's like, grand, that's your opinion. It doesn't, you don't bring it in and make it yours. You know what I mean? You don't go, thank you for that, and bring that in. You don't. You go, okay, peace be with you. Peace be with you. And you move about your day. So drop the defensiveness, Jules, wherever that's coming from, whatever is the reason that's popping up. The tower. So the tower energy is about things falling apart so that they can come together. It's like you think, oh, holy shit, everything is just tits up at the moment. Being in crowds and flying today at the airport. Okay, take it handy, right? If you have a crystal, you know, a little crystal, just palm it, because crystals, I think, are like friends. You know what I mean? They can ground us and bring us back to the present moment. If you don't have a crystal, get a stone. It's all earth. It's all earth energy. All you're really doing is kind of sending the signal to the brain. Okay, there's a piece of earth in my hand. Whatever it is, get a shell, whatever you have, and bring yourself continuously down into the present moment. Trust fully that you are the creator of everything. Everything you're thinking about comes about. Just give you a simple example from my own life. This morning I was doing my shopping. I came out and there was like a car parked in front of me. And in my head I said it would be so much easier for me now, rather than reversing back out, if that person moved out. 3, 2, 1, here comes the man, gets into his car, pulls out, and I go through. It is literally, you start to understand that is literally whatever you're thinking about. If you fancy it, here it comes. But the same as if you're focusing on negative, you'll get it just as fast. Okay. Veronica. That's why, you know, if I find myself thinking something negative, I just go delete, delete, delete it. Hi to everyone. It's tricky with the ADHD in that way. How do you mean? My mind goes a mile a minute. So I understand what you're saying, but it can be done. Good, Jules. You'll have a wonderful weekend now, girl, full of magic. Everywhere you go, things just line up for you. You have the best seat on the plane. You have the nicest people around you on the plane. Everywhere you go, people are being helpful and kind and loving to you. It's just a dream. You're from start to finish, okay? Veronica. Okay, so we have 7 of Wands. So this is about grabbing your power kind of by the ovaries. You know what I mean? It's like, this is what I want. You're not going to stop me. There's nobody going to stop you now. It's moving in that energy of, this is what I want. I'm going to have complete focus on it, and I'm going to bring it into form. I'm going to bring it into reality. It's not letting yourself be pulled by other people's opinions, other people's fear. No matter what's going on around you, you're focused on what it is you want. And then you have to get it. 2 of Wands. This is the energy of collaboration. Somebody else coming in to help you. Somebody else making things smooth for you, giving you advice. It could also be in relation to relationship, but a relationship that helps you to thrive. Somebody that's got your back. Somebody that's excited about you doing everything that you want to do. Somebody like a cheerleader. Somebody that really sees your vision and sees what you're trying to do, and it's like, yeah, of course you can do it. You know, the best kind of empowering friend. Okay. The Tower again. So when it comes up more than once in a card in a reading, it's usually for all of us. The Tower, people get scared when they see the Tower, but the Tower is literally, you know, wiping out what you don't need. Just fucking clearing the decks, and it's like, all right, you've been asking for this for a long time now. We're just going to clear the decks for you. And now everything that comes after this is going to be brand new, and it's going to be what you wanted. So even though it feels scary, even though it feels like, oh my God, I don't know, blah, 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 you know, and you start scaring yourself, it's actually the very best thing for you. It's the best thing for you. And then you start to see, oh wow, yeah, I get it now. You know, it's peaceful for you. Okay. And this is just, in case you think I'm not showing the cards, it's just one of the deck ones. 5 of Cups. So don't focus on what's gone wrong, okay? Keep your focus only on the very best that can happen for you, right? So when you're focusing on, oh my God, what if that happens? What if that happens again? What if this happens to me again? It's like a signal going, give this to me. Give me all of this. Give me more reasons to be sad. So you have to stop looking at those things. You have to stop telling those stories. And you have to start going, oh my God, everything actually does work out for me though. I'm so blessed. Flick the hair and go, wow, this day is amazing. Do you know what I mean? Just really get into it, be playful with it. Imagine you're a child playing like you're a real superstar or something. Go through your day like that. Go through your day like, oh my God, everything. Oh my God, Sky Daddy loves me. Just talk to yourself like that. It will work out. Tarot today was, I am getting over myself. Yeah, that's what funky about create for people with severe trauma brains. Yeah, yeah, I had trauma years ago. I had a head injury. Oh, I need to hear these messages too. Thank you so much. Am I meant to get a message? Leah, the way it works is I read for the person at the top of my screen, which you are now, so I'll read for you. The top of my screen. And when I finish with that person, it's the next person up. So you were obviously meant to get a message there. So I hope that made sense, Veronica, love. Okay. So we have give love. So the energy of this card is watching out for somebody around you that needs care, needs love. Okay? Somebody that needs you to step in for them, somebody that needs you to recognize them. You know, when someone is going through something painful and lots of people won't notice it, especially if that person is very sunny and bright or puts a face on it, but you sense something else, go with that sense. Go with that sense and kind of, just offer something. Just say, is there anything I can do for you? Can I help you in any way? It might seem very small to you and very insignificant to you, but that is exactly what is going to heal this person's heart in this moment. Like, I'm sure you can all understand those moments in life where you've been at a real low and somebody just smiles at you, somebody talks to you for a very brief moment, but it's like, oh my God, you can still remember it. This is what is you're offering to this person. I read this thing recently where this lady said she was roaring, crying in her car. She was just bawling her eyes out. And in the car next to her, this lady just mouthed, it's going to be okay. That's all she did. And she said it gave her strength. Of course, I was sobbing my eyes out just reading it, but it's going to be okay. And that was, that just lifted that person, that woman, Sorry, Leah. So meditation for creativity. So in that way of reaching out to other people, what we'll come back to then, Leah, is this increase in heart energy, this increase of inspiration, this increase of prosperity and love in your own life, sweetheart. Because no matter what we give to others, we get it back multiplied. And that's not the reason, obviously, that you give. But there's something about this that is healing for you too. Whatever it is about this person is healing for you too. And hibernation and regeneration. Leah, there might be something there, my love, where your body is crying out for something. Your body is has been It feels like a yearning inside you. It feels like you're yearning for something. And you may be somebody that's just putting it outside of yourself all the time. And this yearning, please notice me, please see me, please give me this love back. Okay? Please, darling, turn around and give it to yourself. Go into your own heart and feel your own energy and say, Leah, I love you so much. You are so precious to me. You are divine to me. I adore you, Leah. You are my best friend. I will always have your back. I will always be with you. I will always cherish you. And really, really hold yourself in that energy. Do you know what I mean, Leah? That yearning, that feeling of please see me. See yourself. See yourself. Look in the mirror. And when you make contact with your own eyes, it's very often that hurt part of you is what you will see looking at you. And it can be very moving. And you look at that part of you and you say, I fucking love you, Leah. I choose you. I honor you. I love you. I see you. I see how amazing you are. I see how amazing you've always been. I fucking adore you. I will always choose you. I will always love you. I will always value you. You're amazing. You've always been amazing. And talk to yourself like that. And what happens is you heal that part of you, the yearning part of you. And then what happens is people on the outside of your life, the relationships and will change. They will start to reflect back that value to you. You'll never have to go outside yourself again for love, compassion, for fun. It's all within your self-love, okay? So give yourself all of that love that you're looking for from others, okay? Stephanie Williams. Leah, I hope that made sense, my darling. Stephanie. Stephanie, codes of the seeds. The blueprint is within you. Take the next step. So there's something waiting to be birthed within you, my darling. Oh, that was super powerful. It did make sense. You're very welcome. There's something waiting to be birthed within you. The blueprint is what we all come in with. Our perfect blueprint for our perfect self-expression and the perfect flow of our life. What often happens is that adults around us, teachers, whatever, they pull us off track. So there's something you're bringing into form that is coming from your authentic blueprint. It's coming from what you really are and what you have to offer the world. And the thing about it is to trust the steps, the inspired action. So you feel the urge to do something. It mightn't even be related to it, but it's something. And then it leads to something and leads to something and leads to something. So there's no forcing. It's following inspired action, okay? And this came out in reverse. Brothers of the Rose, sacred masculine, honor, protection, and sport. So this is coming out in reverse. So the energy of the masculine for you is very, you don't trust it. You don't trust that, you don't trust men. You don't trust that you will be safe with them. So the way to heal that, my darling, is to go into your own heart and visualize what sacred masculine feels like inside of you. What would it look like? What would it feel like? The masculine in its purest form is here to hold space for the feminine to grow and be all she can be. It's a structure. So see where you can put structure around yourself. See where you can put things in place where you feel safe and contained and able to truly flourish. So you're not looking over your shoulder, worried about what's going to happen. Give yourself that sacred masculine energy and you'll see it reflected from the outside in. Okay? And Mother Rose, returning to each other, compassion and humanity. So you have to soften into this energy that you are. So it is very much about the masculine and feminine for you. and bringing that into balance within you. Okay. So yeah, you're very welcome, Caroline D. Okay, Inanna, believe in yourself. This is a very free, vulnerable but strong card. So her arms are above her head, so she's exposing the soft parts of her body, but it's still covered, it's still jeweled. Her eyes are closed, and she's in complete receptivity. So there's something there where you have to drop into that receptivity. You have to drop into the feel. It's very hard for some people when they're very in that doing masculine energy, which is what we've been taught to do, to create anything. Okay, you have to do, but the receptive, the softness, the opening, the allowing is equally important. Lying on your chair, lying in your bed, relaxing, you could be doing more for whatever it is you're trying to create than pushing and hustling and worrying and doing and talking and all of this energy going out. And there's no replenishing. A lot of us have been taught to fear our feminine energy, to fear women, to not trust them, and likewise not trust ourselves, okay, as women. So coming back to yourself and trusting yourself means working with that cyclical energy that women have. We're not like men in that way. We have these cycles of rest and rejuvenation, and then a very strong kind of pushing energy. Let's get it done. But when we go against that, the softening part and the receptive part, and we try to do and push in that part, that's when then we do ourselves a harm. That's when, things show up in our bodies, then pains, money starts to get weird. We're interfering with the natural flow. Okay. And Athena, wise decision. Trust your intuition. Trust that feminine energy. Trust that wisdom within you. It's not weak, it's incredibly strong. There is nothing stronger in this world, in my opinion, than a woman who fully knows herself. A woman who trusts herself. Because there's so much power in that. There is so much power in women when they fully trust themselves. So trusting your intuition, trusting your instincts, trusting the way you do things is very important for you right now. Okay? Does that make sense, Em? Okay, Igita. I'm going to do one more after Igita, and then I have to go. So really drop into that feminine, intuitive, knowing energy, Em. It's not rational. You can't explain it with the logical mind why you know, why you do what you do, but you trust it. Okay? Trust it fully. You don't need to go outside yourself for answers. What you want wants you. Okay, Igita? So when you understand that your desires are very natural and beautiful, and that they're there for you to enjoy life, to enjoy being here, to flex out as a super creator. Okay, so when you know that what you desire desires you too, it takes the pressure off. Then all you have to do is be in alignment with it, which literally means you don't oppose it. So if you want to bring something in, and say you want to bring in a certain amount of money because you want to go on holidays or something like that, and you have the desire and it feels great and you can see the holiday and it's lovely and it's done. Then if you come back in and you go, oh no, the money's not here yet, we won't be able to go on the holiday, then you kind of negate the whole thing again and you have to start again, because you're sending a mixed signal. But if in that impulse of, I'd love to have money for a holiday. You understand that it is done then. It's done. You're on that trajectory, you're on that timeline then, where you'll have the money for the holiday, or you'll have the holiday without the money. All you have to do then is just keep saying, I'm really happy my holiday's coming. I'm really happy that money for my holiday's coming. And just have that trust, and you'll have everything that you want, okay? And going beyond normal. So don't be afraid, Gita, to push out past what other people think are normal, or going beyond your own limits. I had to look at that recently with myself where money is concerned. I had a subconscious limit about money, and it was a simple question someone asked about how much I'd like to bring in a month. And my answer and my husband's answer were so far apart, and he said, Mara, you want to work on your money expectations. And I just burst out laughing. So I'm going to do Natalie there as my last but not least. But I thought I had gotten past my money limits, but that really showed it up for me. And then I was like, okay. And then I changed the script on it. Okay, Natalie. Judgment. Okay. So this is the card of, are you really done with the past, my darling? Do you know what now? I said 1,000, and my husband laughed when he broke down actually, what that is. And I actually was really like brave, and I bumped up to 25 grand a month. I'm like, okay. I bumped up into that. So judgment, Natalie, there's something there, my love, where you're being asked now, are you done with it? Are you really done with it? And there's 111 on my clock there. Are you going to close the door on it? And oh, thank you for the tip, my darling. I appreciate it. To close the door on it means to really close the door on it. Okay? Oh, plus grade or well done, Em. To really close the door on it, you have to really release it. And that means you never open the door on that story again. You never tell that story again. No matter how tempting, no matter how you feel that urge to get the at a girl from people, or oh poor you say no, that's dead. That story's dead. I'm never going to tell that story again. This is where you are at the moment, Natalie. There's something there where you're being given the opportunity to truly and completely close the door on it and walk into a brand new life. But you have to make that choice. Am I really going to close the door? And if you choose to close the door fully, just watch out then. Just watch what happens. King of Cups. Look at this sexy guy. So the King of Cups energy is deeply seeing, a deeply seeing man, if that's what you're bringing in. It can also mean your energy in that way. A deeply seeing man, somebody that knows what you're going to say before you say it, can anticipate how you feel without you having to spell it out, watches your expressions, sees by how something moves across your face what you're really feeling. Just a very knowing person. This is the energy that you're bringing in. Yes, I have a new partner and I'm fighting telling my own story, but I don't think I should, like you said. No. So if you have a new partner, this is the energy that is waiting to come in. Love, seeing, connection, heart-to-heart connection, emotional maturity, stability, serenity, peace from this person. If you bring your old story in and you keep it active and you keep telling that story, this beautiful person will change to suit the story. It's in your subconscious mind. There's something called your reticular activating system, which is a filtration system which filters out the billions of bits of information that come at it every day and focuses in only on what your dominant thinking is so that it can give you proof that what you're believing is true. So you could have the most beautiful, gorgeous, loving person in the world, but if your dominant thoughts are, people leave me, people screw me over, nobody can be trusted, this is going to happen again, they have to conform to your thinking. And you could take a beautiful person, perfect for you, and warp them, so to speak, with your thoughts. It's unbelievable once you start looking into it deeply. It's astonishing, really. And the star. So the opportunity here is for you, again, deep, deep healing, motherline healing, being okay with being seen, being okay with having success, not hiding who you are, not playing small, accepting scraps. Do you understand? It's really, really closing the door on anything that doesn't serve you now, Natalie. You're brand new in this moment. And if you had that attitude going forward of what I focus on grows, what I think about I get more of. So what am I fucking thinking about? I'm not thinking about that shitty story anymore. I'm thinking about I'm loved, I'm adored, I'm cherished, I'm spoiled. He adores me, I adore myself, I value myself, I cherish myself. All I see in my world is love. People love to love me. Everything works out for me. Imagine what kind of life you're creating if you're saturating your mind with those thoughts. If every time you had a thought you immediately went delete, my life is amazing. Everything works out for me. You'd blow your own fucking mind. I tell you that now. If even for one day you observed your thoughts, everything that comes out of your mouth, and you'll hear it coming out of people's mouths as well, your own thoughts. And you really notice that when you start to change your thoughts, when you start to think more positively. Yesterday, for example, I was meditating and I just kept repeating the word peace, peace, peace. And I was really feeling the energy of peace. Everything after that was peace. People were sending me messages. My light language brought back the feeling of peace. Somebody that I follow online, she's a plus size influencer. Peace and pina coladas is my vibe today. Just, you know what I mean? You will see it reflected back. It's all what you do in here. This is your workshop. This is what you create, and you see it out there then. Okay? I came in a bit hot there on you, but I know you understand. Listen, thanks so much for coming in today. I appreciate you all. The vibe in here is always so beautiful and supportive. And I can't tell you enough how much I appreciate that. I really, really, it does me good to be in here with you and to share this time with you and for you to share your energy with me. I never take it for granted. Okay, so have a beautiful day and blessings to you all.